Make sure you go and check out carmarshal.com. Over 100,000 new and used cars from dealers. You shop, you see what you like, negotiate prices, and get you a very good deal. What is going on, people? I am your video host, Jay the Black. And I'm here with another video, man. I made a video about Antonio Brown and him not wanting to go to the Buffalo Bills because he was seeking to be traded. And I spoke about the real reason why he did not want to go there. Y'all can go and check the video out. It had a lot to do with the fact that one of the guys there, Antonio Brown may have been hooking up with his wife. But be that as it may, I want to talk about what Antonio Brown is doing now. This guy cannot get out of his own way. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you had all these people on social media feeling sorry for Antonio Brown because they felt like the Pittsburgh Steelers were mistreating him, that Mike Tomlin was mistreating him, which is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. So when you look at the situation that we find ourselves in with Antonio Brown, here you have a guy who's very talented, but a guy who I feel like is deeply insecure and is a bit of a narcissist. And the reason why I say that is because the reason why things got out of hand last season with the Steelers is because the team voted JuJu Schuster as their MVP. And that really upset Antonio Brown to where he just stopped caring. And he was putting the blame on Ben Roethlisberger. Say whatever you want about Ben. Ben does whatever the team needs him to do to win. He doesn't put up, great stats each game, but as long as they're doing enough to win, I haven't heard Big Ben, being out of pocket. What's very interesting that JuJu Smith actually defended Big Ben during the whole situation with Antonio Brown. He never took a shot at Antonio Brown, but Antonio Brown got into his feels, okay, and held some resentment towards JuJu until he got traded to the Raiders. And that's where he now is comfortable to speak the way that he's speaking now. Now, Antonio Brown responded to a tweet from a fan. And I think it was, I don't know because I can't picture it. But apparently he did not like what was tweeted to him. Okay. And I guess he took it out on that fan by saying emotion. And, basically throwing his teammate under the bus while taking a shot at that particular fan. He says, emotion, boy fumbled the whole season in the biggest game of the year. Everyone went blind, too busy making guys famous. Not enough reality these days. By the way, check the list. And he was taking a direct shot at JuJu Smith. All right. Then he responded back to some people. Keep your emotions off the internet. JuJu got wind of what was going on. And he then tweeted, keep your emotions off the internet. So he's mirroring the same tweet as Antonio Brown. Then he comes back and says, all I ever did was show that man love and respect from the moment I got to the league. I was genuinely happy for him too when he got traded to Oakland with a big contract, and now he takes shots at me on social media. Y'all gotta understand, man. You got guys like Antonio Brown who does not care about that. He cares about himself. You had all these people mad at me when I made my video about Antonio Brown recently. Are you mad at me now? Do you see what I was speaking about in that video? The guy is not a good teammate. He's not. Okay? Because if he was a good teammate, even when he got traded, he wouldn't be trying to throw JuJu under the bus. Especially a dude who was respectful towards him. Okay? Crazy how big that ego got to take slides at people who show you love. Shaking my head. And then, let's see. Then, what AB does He goes and posts the DM message that JuJu Smith sent him. It's just like when you break up with a female, then you try to show her the pictures that she sent you, man. Like, come on, seriously, you have to be able to move on, bro. All right. Now, the DM message that was sent in November of 2015. So this when JuJu was still at USC. So, what's up, AB? I'm a receiver at the University of South Carolina. I appreciate all your work. You're a great man on and off the field. Do you have any tips that could help my game to the next level? Thanks, man. It doesn't say any replies, whether he replied to him or not. But just to post that just shows you the type of guy he is. And then Antonio Brown subsequently put with it, at sparring, no more fake love NFL wannabe. It's a fake love NFL wannabe. And that is from Antonio Brown as early as today. And JuJu put up a post, I believe yesterday, that says, never argue with a fool. Onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. You see, Antonio is 30. And we all know that once you get into your 30s as an NFL player, the clock starts ticking louder and louder. And I think that Antonio Brown really thought that even at his age, the team would never trade or release him, but they still were able to trade him. And they actually traded him for less than what was offered by the Patriots because they did not want him to go to a comfortable situation. Even though Oakland is the main place he wanted to go. So they actually traded him to the place he wanted to go, and they got less back. That's what happens when you're an organization that is petty. You know, you didn't want to do business with the Patriots. You could have gotten a number. You could have got some very good draft picks, but you know that's why you're where you're at, and that's why the Patriots are where they're at. But anyway, because Antonio Brown would help them, yes, but would he be like this magical difference maker? I just don't see it because Tom Brady spreads the ball around. But anyway, I truly feel that Antonio Brown got jealous of his own teammate. He saw that he was turning 30 and the team was making JuJu, you know, Ben Roethlisberger was making JuJu more of a priority. And this is why they were making him priority. JuJu is not afraid to block. JuJu is not afraid to go out there and put hands on defensive backs. Antonio Brown is not going to do that. When you have a wide receiver that is all around like JuJu Smith, you're going to make him more and more of a priority because you can rely on him. You know, you have to be professional. If you want to leave Antonio Brown, just go to the GM and say, listen, I can't do this anymore. I can't play with Big Ben. I just don't feel like I fit in anymore. I want to be traded. That's what you do. But I think that for a while now, it's been the situation has not been good for anybody. I mean, you got this guy filming himself in the locker room after a game while his coach is giving a pregame speech. He's not even paying attention to his coach. So that was one red flag right there. But time and time again, people wanted to give this guy a pass. They wanted to give Antonio Brown a pass. Why? I have no idea. The guy has not earned the pass. Yes, he has played well, but you have to be a consistent player and teammate with your, you're getting into it with your quarterback. Why? Because he's throwing to the number 2 receiver more than you. Now, if you and Big Ben have issues, I understand that. That's why you go to the GM. That's why you go to the coach. That's why you speak privately to Big Ben and say, hey, there's an issue between you and me. We need to discuss this. None of that. You got mad because they made JuJu the team MVP. That's why you got in your feelings, and that's why last season ended the way that it did. You can say whatever you want, but with you being as petty as you're being now, you're basically showing people that you were jealous of them. Why post that DM? Why? And then why call him an NFL wannabe? Like, seriously? I saw JuJu Smith play at USC. I always knew he'd be an NFL player. The guy just was that talented. Antonio, you could have took the high road, but you didn't because you're a narcissist, okay? You can't help yourself. You always have to try to make yourself look good in this situation. That's why you're walking around with it, with a blonde mustache, because you knew it would go viral, it would get attention. But to be throwing your ex-teammates on the bus, why? Because they didn't take your side when you had your issues with Big Ben. It wasn't his. It wasn't his responsibility to speak out against his own quarterback, bro. Why you think he would do that, I will never understand. Antonio Brown, if you weren't the problem, if you feel like you were right, why are you doing all this talking? Why has everybody seemingly on social media turned against you? Why? What it seems to me is that you, in your mind, you feel like you're becoming less and less of the receiver that you were. And you saw that your teammate JuJu was becoming more and more of the priority. He was becoming more of a leader. He was getting more of the targets during the game. And that had you feeling some type of way. But you should never allow certain situations to turn you into a guy who is, bitter. And that's how it seems, Antonio. You're making yourself look bitter. And you really don't even need to. Not everybody's clowning you. People are going to use this against you. The same media that you claim were against you are going to use this against you. And nobody's going to fight them on it because you're making yourself look bad in the situation. Now, I know there's going to be males, and it's always males, that are going to defend you just because. Even though you're throwing your ex-teammate on the bus, you're posting old DM messages, they're going to think that's okay. They're going to think that's okay because they're dysfunctional too. And I'm not even going to speak on the things that you do off the field because, again, we're speaking on what goes on the field. You're dysfunctional. You single-handedly helped ruin last season for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I don't know how anybody could be against that. Just look at what happened. What happened didn't need to happen, but it did because of Antonio Brown's ego. Y'all understand in the comment section below, and let me know your thoughts.